YouTube's happening. It is Wednesday, June 11th, and we're going to talk about baseball first today. We have 15 games today, with a bunch of them, or about half of them, being early day games, as you can see right here. So we're going to roll through these games pretty quickly today. Look at the spreadsheet, look at the props, see what we can find value-wise, see what we can take. Yesterday, let's do a little recap, shall we? Sandy had an amazing game. Good job, Sandy. Yeah, it was going to not hit eventually. Minnesota, yeah, what was that? 16 runs to Texas. That was just a shit show, beyond shit shows. Nerfy, Noah Cameron is not him apparently, because 6 straight balls, and then you throw an absolute meatball to Judge of all people. 470. That's how far that bad boy went. The over Toronto St. Louis was hit nicely. The White Sox, I know some of you laughed at that pick. It hit. They won that game outright. Beautiful stuff. Cease did not give up 5 hits, and Seattle, Arizona scored a bunch of runs themselves. So overall 3 and 4. But hey, I got the White Sox. I'm proud of that one. That's good stuff. So the numbers did their job, except for a couple things. Overall, if the ones we missed, we didn't miss on by that much. So if you want the plays typed out, or you want access to ye old spreadsheets so you can do your own research, you got to go check out the HQ. Simple as that. Easy peasy. So enough of that. We have our 15 games. We're going to break them down. So let's go ahead and jump. Actually, weather. Let me show you the weather, because some of you want to know. I already looked through this. There's not really much happening in the weather today. Everything looks pretty chill. Cleveland's got a little bit of wind to worry about. Other than that, yeah, it looks good. Mets have 11 blowing straight out. Boston 9 out. Outside of that, there's no rain to worry about, so that's your weather. So enough of that. Let's go ahead and jump to the first game right now. Okay, so like I said, we got 15 games. We're going to go pretty quick because of the day games. The first game is Miami and Pittsburgh. We can see it's Pittsburgh. 158.5 is our total. Look at the sheet. We see our numbers, and it leans Pittsburgh a little bit. They're 6-4. Miami did get the win yesterday, but you can see their bats have not been helping out. Both teams not scoring much at all. Let's go to the props. This is Outlier. Link in the pinned comment. Click it. Sign up. Get you a week for free. Outlier. Awesome stuff. So we see that's the bats. We want the pitchers. Thank you. We want the pitches, and we see is Cal Quantrill going up against Bailey Falter. No one looking good for the over. We do have potentially some. Cal has not given up 3 earned runs in 4 out of 5 games. Pretty good overall. Against Pittsburgh, whose bats are only 24 runs, could be an underplay. Let's see if Falter earned runs as well. Against Miami, might be even better. Let's take a look at them. Hits allowed and strikeouts. Pittsburgh's 20. Nope. Miami's 5th in strikeouts. We don't want to mess with that. So you earned runs. You gave up 4 last game. I don't like that. If you were doing this and I took your under, I'd feel better. But this 4 is really annoying me. So let's look at the matchups. We can see Falter versus Miami. Historically, nothing is really standing out. Nobody has any like strong history with batting. Miami versus lefties. There you go. Pittsburgh versus righties. There's your numbers. And then Quantrill versus Pittsburgh. Anybody teed off on him? Not really. Just a home run for Pham, but that's about it. Reynolds is 4 for 10. I don't like taking batter props because literally 3 for 10. 3 out of 10 is considered an all-star. You're batting 300. Good job. That means you missed 7 times. Batting props are the hardest ones to hit. I don't care what anyone says. It just statistically does not make any sense. So those are the things. I don't like this game. I'm not a fan of day games on a Wednesday anyway. It kind of messes up things. So I'm going to pass on this one because, one, nothing stood out anyway, and I just don't like it. Next. All right, let's move on. Game 2, Cubs, Philly. Clearly, Philly's slightly favored with 8.5. Bats do not line up for that because we can see clearly Philly is struggling with the bats. Cubs are just mid right now. They're 6-4. Philly's 2-8. It's got to be some definite discrepancy in our pitchers. So let's take a look over here and see if anything really stand out. Luzardo over hits allowed, walks in. Ben Brown hits allowed, and Ben Brown strikeouts. Both teams are top 8 in strikeouts. Ben Brown's been striking out a bunch, but I'm not going to take that. No. Luzardo hits allowed over going against the Cubs, who are, as you see, 9th in hits. So we could take that prop. So let's go ahead and see how many hits he's actually been giving up. If he's any close to what he's been doing, oh yeah, 4.5. Absolutely. Look what he's been doing. Last 5, he's averaging 7.4 an outing. Please sign me up. I would take that. This is what we look for. We look for big discrepancies. Like, what? Where you question the line and you're like, what? Why is this way? We take it anyway. So it works out more times than not. So Luzardo history versus Cubbies. You can see, yeah, he's done historically well against them, but he's not doing well right now. And I care about what you're doing today, not what you did last year, year before that. That's what matters to me. Recency bias. By far, that's what I care about. What have you done for me lately, Eddie? So, and we have Cubs versus lefties. There you go. Philly versus righties. Philly versus Ben Brown. Cool things, cool story. Don't care. Luzardo over 4.5 hits. We're trusting this and this. Ninth. We're trusting that. Next. All right, we got one. Let's go on to Cincy Cleveland. Cincy has been just a pain in my ass all year long because I cannot pinpoint that. They don't want to do what the numbers say. I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a second. Currently, you see it's a pick 'em with an 8.5. What do I mean by that? Look, numbers awful. 5-game win streak. It doesn't make sense. Like when you see bad numbers like Cleveland, you see 4 and 6. Cool, 6 and 4. Yeah, Cincinnati had that streak where they lose 0-1 3 games in a row or something like that, and then just did they win games 1-0? It's just the wildest. Enough. Soapbox. Let me step off. Props. Let's go look at them. Who's pitching these games? I want to see Lodolo versus Logan Allen. Lodolo over hits allowed has been good. Cleveland, not good at hits. Remember, we just saw that 26. That ain't good. We ain't trusting that one bit. We're not going to take that. Logan Allen strikeouts has not hit 4 in 4 of the last 5 games. I'm not touching strikeouts with a 3.5 under. Are you kidding me? Not a chance. I don't like this at all. Let's just open up one of the pitchers so we can take a look at the matchups and get the hell out of this one. I'm leaving this one alone. Logan Allen versus Cincinnati. There you go. What, that is it? That's all the people we got? Okay. Nobody's really teed off. Trevino's got a home run, but that's it. Against lefties, you see how Cincy's been doing this season. Against Cleveland versus lefties. And then you can see Lodolo versus Cleveland. And Ramirez is 4 for 5 with a home run at 2.2. Ramirez could be a play on an HRR. Let's go look at that. See, this is what we look for. When I look for batter props, I look for history, and then I also want to compare how are they doing lately, because batter props are so hard to hit as it is. I want to see if he pops up anywhere. There's Jose down here, and see how he's doing. 40%. That's 2 out of 5. 5 out of 10 on that's 2.5 HRR. Are you kidding me? No, that's ridiculous. We're not touching that. So yeah, have fun with this one. There's the sheet. I'm moving on. Next. All right, next up we got Atlanta and Milwaukee. And currently is Atlanta 140 with an 8.5 total. Look over here at the spreadsheet. Atlanta's bats have not been going good. Milwaukee has been kind of all over the place. They're good at runs, but they're bad at doubles and triples, which that's not the biggest deal. Like, these are not important. I just put these on there so you can see how they're getting their hits. Hits, doubles, triples, home runs. So yeah, you can see the numbers. So Milwaukee, clearly they're at home. They have the better bats. They're doing better in the last 10. That's a Milwaukee lean so far. I'm a little burnt because last time I took Milwaukee money line, they ruined a 3-leg parlay for me. But hey, because I don't take many parlays, and when I do miss it, I'm a little sad. They made me sad. I don't like being sad. So let's pop over here to Brew Crew, and let's see. It's Schwallenbach versus Chad Patrick. So Spencer over earned runs is hitting 4 out of 5. It's only a 1.5 line though. That's pretty good. Going up against Milwaukee, who was 10th in runs. That could be a play. Patrick strikeouts over 4.5 is hitting 4 out of 5 against Atlanta, who, guess what? We're 28th in strikeouts. We have a couple potential plays in this bad boy. Okay. We got Schwellenbach potentially to get earned runs. We got Patrick for strikeouts. And then let's just grab a random one so we can look at everything else. So Schwellenbach earned runs. Yeah, he's averaging 2.8. Last 5, he's 2.4, 2.3. Yeah, we could take this. I think Boston should be able to get 2 runs off him. We'll take that one. And then Patrick strikeouts, 7.666. Let's see. Yeah, he's averaging 5.4. He needs 5. Atlanta's averaging over 1 per inning. Absolutely. Let's take a look at this, something random so we can see. Patrick versus Braves, never. Braves versus Rockies this season. Milwaukee versus Rockies this season. Milwaukee versus Spencer, never. Cool. That works for me. So yeah, I got a couple I can take. So I'm going to take both of them. I don't think nothing stood out for batter props, obviously. So we don't want to mess with that. So I'm not going to take a sliders total. We're literally going to take 2 props though. We're going to double dip. Anytime we see something we like, we're not going to overthink it. We're just going to jump. So we're going to take Schwellenbach over. Not that one. Earned runs. I almost put hits allowed. Ooh, that would have been bad. We go over 1.5 earned runs. 1.5 earned runs. And then we're also going to take Patrick over 4.5 Ks. Because he should be able to, yeah, we're taking that for sure. Not this one. We get rid of this one. Yeah. Patrick strikeouts, absolutely. Yes. We're taking this. We're taking this. And why are we taking it? Because Atlanta strikes out 28th most at 9.5. Sign me up. And then Milwaukee, Milwaukee is 10th in runs, averaging 4.5. I think, and Spencer's been giving up runs. So not that many, only 2.2, but just enough. We only need 2. So let me get both of them next. All right, next up we got Toronto and St. Louis. They hit the over for me yesterday. Beautiful over, by the way. Today we're looking at 130 with an 8.5 again. We might take it again. The way these bats have been doing. You see Toronto's bats are still cooking. St. Louis is above average, not bad. We had a beautiful pitching matchup yesterday, so we got a lot of runs off of that. So let's look at the player props and who is going out there today for the Jays and the Cardinals. Liberatore is going up there against Eric Lauer. Well, I know nothing about Eric Lauer, but Liberatore has given up at least 6 hits in 5 straight outings. And his strikeouts, he's gone over. He's gotten 4 more in 4 out of 5, which isn't bad. The only problem is these two teams, top 4 in strikeouts. We ain't messing with that. Not a chance. So Liberatore going up against Toronto, so he's given up at least 5.5 hits. Let's take a look closer at this. That ain't good. That ain't good when you're facing this. The number 2 hitting team in the last 10 games, averaging 9.8 hits per game. They're averaging literally 1.1 on average hits per inning. So, how many innings are you pitching? Good question. Let's take a look. It depends. You might get 8, 7, 6, 6, 7. Yeah, last 5 average is 6.8. Absolutely taking this. Thank you for the free money. I say free. There's nothing free. There's no such thing as a lock. There's no guarantees. We just take the advantage that we see based on the nice matchup and hope it works out like it's supposed to. So if they play within their average, we tend to do well. Simple as that. So there's a Liberatore versus Toronto history. There is Toronto versus lefties. There's St. Louis versus lefties. And St. Louis versus Lauer. And Jarris has a home run. Ooh, Nolan has 3 home runs and 22 at-bats and a 318 with a 1.2. There's your batter prop if you want to take that. I don't love it as much. It's not one of those like a whoa. It's decent because Nolan's had a long career, so we don't know when this was. So, but I am going to take this because this we know is last 5 outings he's had. Yeah, give me that all day. Liberatore over 5.5 hits allowed next. Moving on to Seattle and Arizona. Currently, it's a pick on the 8.5, and we see a bunch of just mishmashed nonsense here. What is this garbage? Ugh, I thought they picked trash up yesterday. What is this? Look like a fruit salad out here. Looking like a bag of Skittles dumped on a desk. What is this? 5.24. This is just a whole. Okay, let's just go. Let's go look. Let's go look at who's pitching, so we can figure out this puzzle we got here in front of us. Because this is what it is, the puzzle. Oh, that's a lot of hundreds. Rodriguez over 1.5 earned runs is hit in 5 out of 5 and 9 out of 10 and 17 out of 20 outings. Dude gives up at least 2 runs a lot. Could be a winner. That's against Seattle, who is 24th in runs, though. No, not a chance. Hits. See, this is weird. This is why I say it's weird. They're 24th in runs, right? They're 4th in hits. What? How many people are you stranding out there if you can't score, if you get that many hits? So you're crushing the ball. You're crushing some singles, but you're leaving the bases just juiced. So we're probably going to take this man's over hits allowed. Woo, strikeouts against against Arizona, which is 15th in strikeouts at 8.4. Nah, I don't love that as much. And then 2.5 earned runs is a better odds, but it's also hit 4 out of 5. So we're just fading Arizona today. My God, look at all that green. That's a lot. Look like a forest. All this green. All right. Last 5 will zoom in. 6.8 is what he's given up. He needs to give up 5 against Seattle, who's 4th in hits. Yeah, done. Let's look at everything else. Eduardo versus Seattle. Historically, we got some really good data. Tellez has 2 home runs and 3 at-bats. We have a lot of green here, good stuff. The only one is Polanco is doing awful. Moore's not doing good. That's fine. Everybody else is good. Lefties for Seattle. There's your stats. Arizona versus righties. There's your stats. Woo versus Arizona. Not much data. It's 2, 3 at-bats ain't really enough. So I'm going to fade. We're going to take Rodriguez over 4.5 hits because of Seattle being so good with hitting, but yet not scoring. And we're going to move on to the next one. All right, moving on. We got A's and Angels, and 134 Angels, 9.5 is our total spreadsheet. We can see both teams top 10 at scoring runs in the last 10 games. We can see Angels not good with the averages, though. It's the complete opposite at the other side. Angels are getting runs somehow by just cranking home runs and triples. They don't need singles and doubles. They just want to go for the long ball. Chicks dig the long ball. Remember that? Yeah. So the A's, they are doing pretty well themselves. They are doing good in the strikeout area. So if Angels have a strikeout, dude, what was his name yesterday? Soriano had a some of the pitches he was throwing, his strikeouts were nasty. Was that him yesterday? Or was that day before? Either way, I think it was the day before. I saw it on Twitter and I was like, look at the movement. It was ridiculous. So let's move. Let's move. Come on. Let's go. Gotta go. We want props. Show them up. Hendricks versus JP Sears. Okay, JC Penny Sears. All right, Hendricks over 2.5 earned runs. 100%. Last 5, 9 out of 10. Good stuff. Do we want to take that? If that's the case, we could just take the straight up over because Sears, what's your earn runs is at 3.5. That tells a big story right there. And you're at 80%. Let's look at these two. Look at these two. Look at these. Are you two bums? Oh no, you might have bum status. 5 earned runs is your average. 4, 6, 9, 2, 4. That's a lot of math I ain't trying to do. Thankfully, Outlier does it for me. Hendricks, what's your earned runs looking like in your last 5? 3.6. So I don't know. 3.6 plus 5 comes out to 8.6. What's our total again? What's our total? 9.5? Over. I don't care. You got 2 starters, and then you get to trust the bullpens. I love fading bullpens. So good. Matchup. Let's go pop over the matchups. Take a look at them right quick. Like Hendricks versus A's history. There you go. Urias. Not good, buddy. Not good. Everybody else, not much data. Righties versus A's, there you go. Angels versus lefties, there you go. Sears versus Angels, there's your stats. Zach got him a couple home runs and 10 at bats with a 500 average, pretty good stuff. And Logan got him 2 home runs and 9 at bats, so we might have ourselves a high scoring affair out there. So I am going to take the over of 9.5. Why, you ask? Because of 5 plus 3.6. That's what I'm going for. We're going to take that. Next. All right, moving on. We got Dodgers, San Diego. San Diego put it on the Dodgers yesterday. That was wild. Today we have Doyers 140. 9.5 is our total spreadsheet. We can see, look at the yellow, look like a school bus. Too much yellow. So much. Don't like that. It's a lot of San Diego logos. It's a lot. Anything really stand out? Not really. No. Except Dodgers striking out a ton. That might be something we're looking at. Other than that, not really. Let's go to the props, see if anything's looking good for us. Because so far, we've had a nice streak of taking games. We haven't had a pass in a hot minute. We've only had 2 passes so far. Weird. Usually I have about 8 plays. I'm already at 6 so far. And we still got a bunch of games. So Vasquez strikeouts. Oh, it's 2.5. I don't care if you're 100 for 100. I'm not taking somebody a 2.5 strikeout line. Are you kidding me? No, not a chance. Robleski's going out there. 2.5 earned runs going up against San Diego. I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan. Earned runs for you is 40%, so we're not going to be taking it over in this one. We want both pitchers to suck. That's how it works. Earned runs. You've only pitched in 2 games a season. Look at the fine print. You got to pay attention to that fine print at the bottom and see that 24. So he's pitched in April 8th. June 6th, and he gave up earned 8 and 4. My God, dude, what is you doing? That's your 2 games. I don't, no, I need more data from a pitcher before I say that. You don't look good. I'm going to say that much. You don't look good. San Diego's average. You would probably lean San Diego here. Let's look at the matchups. Vasquez versus Dodgers. Never? Ever? Interesting. Righties. You can see Dodgers versus righties. San Diego versus lefties. And San Diego versus Robleski. Nothing. Interesting. I don't like this one. Nothing's really standing out. I mean, this stands out as not good. And then you look at Vasquez, who put him on the 2.5. Let's take a look. We look at his earned runs and we see, he got popped up a couple times last couple games, but then Milwaukee he shut down. So, yeah, Jekyll and Hyde ass. I ain't trying to mess with that. We're passing on the whole thing. Next. All right, let's move on. Next one after San Diego and LA is going to be Detroit and Baltimore. Are we at the night games? Okay, yeah, that was 4 o'clock. Now we're in the actual night cap here. Detroit, Baltimore, pick 'em, 8.5 total, spreadsheet, numbers, average, mid, looking like a hot dog, all mustard and ketchup. We don't like that. Not good, not much green at all. Nothing, strikeouts ain't really standing out, nothing standing out. This is kind of just bleh. When you see a lot of yellow, you know it's not a good sign for the bats, not for the offense. Looking at the pitching, let's see who's going out there. Get rid of you 2, swap to you, and we see it's Zach Eflin going up against Casey Mize. And look at that, more mustard ketchup. This whole game's going to be just garbage. I can say right now. Let's pull one of them up and take a look there, what they've been up to lately. Matchup, Eflin versus Doyers. Detroit. Against Detroit historically. That's a lot of at-bats. A lot of information, but nothing really there because we have a home run, and that's about it. Righties versus Detroit. There you go. Baltimore versus righties, and Baltimore versus Mize. And O'Hearn has 2 home runs and 11 at-bats with a 545. Dude loves facing Casey Mize. Who else loves facing them? That's not many bats. That's not many. You literally just O'Hearn. Let's go look for O'Hearn. See if he pops up on this list. If he pops up in the green, we'll take him. No problem. Let's see. He has to show up though. And McKinstry, Baez, Mayo, Torres, and no O'Hearn. How far down do we got to get to him? If it was close, I'd consider it. But no, he's not even popping up anywhere. So I ain't got time to keep looking for that. So yeah, we're going to pass on this one. Fully. There's a sheet. One more again. We're going to pass. Next. All right, we got Washington and the Mets. Ooh, that's a difference. All right, we have Mets 255. 1.5 is minus 125. That might be in play. 8.5 is our total. Let's look over here and we can see why. Because one and a lot of green with one yellow. Look how good they're doing. So good. So good. When you see red in the Nerfy category, that means you're leaning towards Yerfy. So is Washington. Like this could potentially be a Yerfy thanks to the Mets mainly. But then you got them doing their thing. So clearly we're leaning Mets. Clearly, right? Right? You agree with me? Cool. Let's pop over here and look and see what we got. Let me show you. Let me show you this. And we load them up. It's David Peterson versus Jake Irvin. Nobody's really giving up earned runs. Jake Irvin is at 3.5, but he's only gone over this 1 out of 5 times. How bad is Jake Irvin? That's the question. If you're bad enough, we can take the Mets. I would love that. Washington's lost 3. Mets have lost 1-4 now. Peterson earned runs over has been pretty good too. So let's just take a look at both pitchers. Let's get rid of you. What is it, Zach? Goodbye, Eflin. Goodbye. Peterson earned runs over 1.5. Last 5, he's averaging 1.8. 2-1, 2-1, 3. Good stuff. Great stuff for a starter. That's what you want out of your starter. We come over here, we look at Jack Irvin. Last 5, 2.8. 3-2-0, 6-3. I mean, you'd like to not have a 6, but outside of that, you're doing pretty good. It's 1.8 and a 2.8. Okay, so yeah, clearly York is 1 run better. Let's look over at the actual history. Peterson versus Washington bats. We can see we got a home run for Lowe. We got a home run for Bell. We don't have many crazy numbers. Maybe 308 because Ruiz has 13 at bats, but nothing's really standing out. Nothing like we've seen already where you're like, whoa, like a 511 at bats. Yeah, let's take a look at that. Lefties, there you go. Nobody's really standing out. Mets versus righties. Mets versus Jake Irvin. Polar Bear 077. That ain't good in 13 at bats, my dude. That ain't good at all. Other than that, nobody, huh? Nobody. Some of the Mets players are struggling against this dude. That's concerning. That's very concerning. I don't know if I want to touch this. Like, clearly, we lead the Mets, right? Yeah, we lead the Mets to win, but I'm not taking a minus 255 money line. You can take it. I think I'm going to do a smart thing. I'm just going to pass and move on to something else. All right, moving on from the Mets. That's 3 straight skips now. Look, I jinxed it by talking about all the plays we had in a row. I did, easily. Moving on, Tampa, Boston. Beautiful, beautiful offense already. I can see so much green. Looking like a field of clover. So much green. Anyways, pick them. 9.5. 9.5. Winds blowing. Boston's one of the ones the wind's blowing out. We got to remember that. So, look at the beautiful green. Yes, yes, yes. That's what we'd like to see. Yes, looking like a brick of emerald. That's a brick of emerald. Whatever. You get the point. Props. Let's see who's throwing. Give me bad pitchers, please, in this one. Give me some bad ones. I would love a nice little easy over to hit. Bueller and his walks allowed going up against Zach Littell, who is, well, Littell has a 3.5 line today for some weird reason, and he's not gone over this almost ever because he's actually not a bad pitcher. Bueller, let's just open up earned runs too. Let's look at both of them. Earned runs, Littell, yeah, dude isn't. Okay, all right, well, you just took away all the fun. I wanted it over, and what did I get? That. Just awesomeness. Like 1, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, dude's good. Last 5 averaging 2. Can't mess with that. Bueller, what you're looking like? Earned runs. Last 5, 2.5, and you're sitting on 3.5. That's still 6. Can the bullpens be bad enough? Like Bueller's been kind of bad in the last 2 games. You lit Atlanta, well, in the Yankees, of course, but both of them. Now you're at home. How do you do at home? Home games, you do decent. Mets, you shut down the Mets. You shut down Baltimore, at Cleveland, at Atlanta, at New York. You gave up runs. Maybe you're just not a good road pitcher, but you're at home today, so that does not work for us. Bueller, history. There you go. There's your history for Bueller versus Tampa. Tampa versus righties. That's a lot of green. Boston versus righties. There you go. And Boston versus Zach. And we see the numbers. We got 300. We got no. Nothing's really standing out. Nothing's just screaming. I want 400 or higher with a good bit of bats. We ain't getting that. So, man, as much as I want to take this over, I'm not going to. And then again, I can't even really tell you who I want to take for a side because both teams are good. If anything, I think I want to take Tampa, but then that's trusting Bueller to be bad. But we just talked about how Bueller is good at home. Smart thing. Sometimes the best play is no play. Remember, I'm going to pass again. I know. Next. All right, we got Texas and Minnesota up next. We got Minnesota 142, decent little favorite. 8.5 is our totes. We come over here, and again, lots of green. Just it's like the mirror image of the last one, just more green. Great stuff. Because Texas, yeah, when you have 16 runs pop up in a game, it's going to influence the numbers a little bit. So you got to remember that Texas numbers might be a little skewed because of yesterday. It happens rarely. You don't see too many teams pop off for like 15 plus runs, but it happens. So just remember that. We go look at the props. We go look at who's pitching today. And we got, where is it at? Rangers Twins way down here. Okay, way down yonder. And we got Leiter going up against Festa. Festa. Feels like it's been a minute since I've seen Festa pitch. I might be wrong. We got Leiter walks, and that's about it. Festa. Okay, yeah, I just didn't know he pitched recently. I didn't see that. So if I go last 5 on, this is just strikeouts to see. He pitched a couple games in April, well, 3 games, and then he went out for 2 months, and he came back on the 5th against the A's and struck out 6. Not bad. Let's look at his earned runs. He struck out 6, but gave up 8. That's like, oh, you're so good. You struck out 6. You must not give up anything, right? Wrong. A whole gaggle of runs, if you will. Let's look at the matchups. Festa versus Rangers. There you go. And then we got Rangers versus righties. And then we got Minnesota versus righties. And we got Minnesota versus Jack. So Festa just got rocked last time out by the A's for 8 runs. Now, typically, what we've seen is when teams just explode for a bunch of runs, they kind of just don't do anything the next couple games. Cincinnati, for start of the year, had like a 20 spot. There's been a couple examples. Go look at the team to score 15, 17, 20 runs, then look at what they did the next couple games. They tend to just kind of shit the bed. They don't do anything. It's like they used up all the runs. So I kind of want to put that to the test because with this outing right here, now Dude was good before he got his first game back. It's his first game back. So I kind of want to test this. I think Texas, even though they had 16 runs yesterday, they shouldn't do much today because of that theory. It's a theory, just a betting theory. Who knows? So could be wrong, but hey, whatever. Other than that, I don't particularly. What's Jack been up to? I want his earn run. Not your walks. How much your earn runs? You're kind of average. You're all over the place. 1.4. You're better than average. You're pretty good. So you're going up against Minnesota, who's also good. Do we dare take an over? Do we dare? Do we dare? We have two. This is good. Leiter's actually really good pitching. We have good bats, good pitcher, bad pitcher, first outing, but before that, good pitcher. So basically, we have good pitchers but good bats, and that's nothing. We can't decide. That's a pass. Next. All right, let's move on. Yankees and Royals. This game took the nerfy. Noah Cameron had such a beautiful stat line. It was like, oh, 5 games in a row. He used Timothy. I used Timothy. And what was he? No, he was not. He was not. Spoiler. It's Yankees 124, 8.5 is our total. Look at the sheet. We see, look, great offenses, both teams, both sides. Top 4 in hits for both of them. Good stuff. Top 3 in batting averages. Good stuff. Let's go look at the props, see who's pitching. Can I get Noah Cameron out there? I would love to take it over with him pitching. Beautiful. Oh, man. Yankees Royals with cheese. And we got Clark Schmidt going up against Abubic. And Chris has been pretty good. So, well, Yankees are 21st in strikeouts. Royals are 2nd in strikeouts. So we're not going to, maybe, Bubic has to be well over strikeouts if we're taking that. I don't think he's a strikeouts or something we really want to mess with. 5.5. Let's take a look. We'll peek at it, sure. Schmidt strikeouts against Royals, not a chance. Not a chance in hell. No. Abu walks, Chris earned runs. Earned runs, 0. Dude's been nasty with the earned runs. This is strikeouts. Okay. Perhaps we might have a discussion. Okay. He's averaging 7.8 going up against the Yankees with 8.7. That might be the play. He's well over, too. Only thing is, and then his earned runs have been nasty. Look at this. Oh, don't let me get burned for 2 days in a row against a Royals pitcher just looking so good in the last 5 games. I'm going for it. Fool me once, shame on you. Well, I could be fooled twice because I'm going for it. We're going to take a strikeout prop. I'm going for it. Why not? There's his history versus the Yankees. Judge already has a home run off him, so that fear's gone. Good deal. We don't have to worry about that. Other than that, there's not many at bats, but yeah, they have some success against him. But he is pitching so good this season. Take this play with caution. caution tape, sirens, lights. There's Yankees versus lefties. There you go. Royals versus righties and Royals versus Schmidt. There's your stats. I don't care. I'm going right back to it. Give me Chris over 5.5 strikeouts. Next. All right, second to last game, we got White Sox in Houston. We took White Sox +5, +half on the first 5 yesterday. It worked great. We might do it again today if the pitcher's right. Today, we got 165 Houston, 8.5 is our total. We go to the sheet and we see Chicago's doing better than Houston. I don't care. Like, yeah, Houston's struggling in almost every category. They cannot hit the ball right now. This is why we do last 10. We want to see how teams are doing. And the White Sox, yeah, they can't hit, but they're scoring runs, and that's all that matters. Nerfy galore potential right here. Oh my goodness, look at all the beautifulness. If we have great pitching, it's a Nerfy. If we have, yeah, let's just take a look. We'll explain as we go. How about that? That'll work. White Sox and Astros. We got Burt going up against Ryan Augusto. Gusto walks. Well, 100%, huh? How many? 40%. Let's see. We'll look at these two. Just grab their earned runs real quick. That's a lot of walks. Wow. Earned runs 3.2, 2.7223 for Houston's dude against that's not good. Burke hits. Walks. I want earned runs. Thank you. Last 5 earned runs 2. So we have a 2 and a 3.2. Any of these against each other? No, I don't see. Okay, let's look at the matchups. Gusto versus Chicago. There's your stats. Chicago versus righties. Houston versus righties. Houston versus Burke. Nothing. So I'm inclined to take the Nerfy. I'm inclined. No runs first inning for those new to Nerfies. But this scares me. That was the Cubs, so I'm not too scared. It's the Cubs. Houston can't hit. We see this. How about you? This was KC. This was almost a month ago. Pittsburgh's bats have been hot. That's okay. Tampa, you shut down Tampa and Seattle. I think I'm going to go for it. I think I'm going to trust it. I'm a little scared. I'm a little Nerfy shot after that Yankees game yesterday, but I'm going to go for it. We're going to Nerfy. We're going to trust. I don't know if I trust Chicago to win today or even keep it close, but I trust a Nerfy. We'll take that. Let's move on to that last one. And last game, Colorado hosting the Giants. Let me go ahead and just click over here to this one. Thank you. Currently 205 San Fran with a 10.5 total. Spreadsheet, load them up. And San Fran struggling. Colorado struggling. Am I taking a Nerfy in Coors Field? Hell no, I'm not. Teams are actually not the best at Nerfies. So, yeah. So let's go look. Maybe an under in Coors Field. Have we lost our mind? That would be ridiculous. But we could take it if the pitching's amazing. But we're talking about the Rockies here. Freeland, earned runs. Let's see, where's your earned runs? Right here. You have not gone over. Okay, hold up. Wait a minute. Let's see what we got. Robbie Ray, what's your earned runs looking like, my dude? Hold up, another good earned run. Freeland strikeouts, I don't care. Both teams are in the middle, like 14 to 17 strikeouts. We don't care about that. We care about earned runs versus bad bats right now. That's what we care about. Last 5, Freeland. 2.2 average is actually good. The Yankees teed off on him for 4 runs. Ooh, so he's been pitching great. Shut up, Miami. Good stuff. Let's see, Robbie Ray, last 5 earned runs. You've been quite good yourself. 1.4, 2.2, a 10.5 with these bats. I think we're going to go under. Let's take a look at the history first before we jump the gun. Let's see, Freeland first, this. That's a lot of stats. Fitzgerald has 2 home runs and 5 at bats, but it's only 5 at bats. But he has 3 for 5 with 2 home runs, 275 and 40 at bats. That's a lot of at bats. There's your history. Lefties versus San Fran. Ugh, not the best. Colorado versus lefties. It's Colorado. And Colorado versus Ray. There you go. So yeah, I think I'm going to go for it. Under 10.5. I trust the bullpen. I think I might be brave because these two teams cannot do anything with the bats. You can tell. Just not good. They can't hit. They can't do anything when they do get hits. It's, yeah, give me the under 10.5. Let's end it right there. So under 10.5. That gives me 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plays. Not bad. We had a stretch of 5 passes in a row. That was weird, but whatever, it happens. Tomorrow's Thursday, travel day for some teams. We have 2, 4, 6, 8 games. Nice little half slate. I'll be back tomorrow. Check out the HQ if you want the plays typed out into a nice sheet, or if you want access to the spreadsheets, which will be becoming a web app very soon. I'm almost done with it. I'll let you know for the spreadsheet members out there. Other than that, drop what you're going to play. Fade me, follow me, let me know if you agree with me, disagree. If I miss something, if I mess something up, let me know. I'm not perfect. It happens. So, and I will see you tomorrow on Thursday for some more MLB. Peace.